Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're honored to be with our next guest who's a difference maker, a change maker, using his skill sets and opportunities for good to power the good, our good friend Chima Onwuka. He is the owner of Grind City Kicks. He's the founder of Grind City Cares. He's a speaker, he's an entrepreneur, and he's someone with a big, big heart for Memphis and the Mid-South. So Chima, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about you, Jeremy?
Doing well, hanging in there. So love the fact that you are using your gifts and your products and everything that you're doing for good. But for starters, give us a little bit of a history for Grind City Kicks, and then we'll dive into Grind City Cares.
Okay. So again, Grind City Kicks was founded just by the love of shoes, high interest of shoes, by my ex-business partner. And he brought me in, and then we built the brand up from there. And I came in as, like, you could say, immediately from the beginning when he had the vision, and we just brought up and then connected with the community in terms of impacting the community, individuals and families in Memphis. So then we started to, of course, introduce ourselves into apparel, because we sell high-end shoes, but people that couldn't afford those shoes couldn't support. So we said, the best way to support is T-shirts. So we got into apparel, and then we started doing different things in the community, as we said we would in the beginning. So we did the Grind of the Month. We've done things for tributes for families that lost loved ones. We've partnered with big organizations and small organizations. Recently, we did with the American Cancer Society with the breast cancer awareness in October. And we have done different things. We're now getting into sports, helping out different organizations and different leagues and their sports programs to provide them with, financial resources and stuff like that, so they can continue to just focus on the kids and the players, and we can help in that aspect. So Grind City Kicks is doing a lot of different things.
And so that's where on your end, you have the shoes, you have the apparel. That's an opportunity, obviously, to help people on the style side, but then being able to use those dollars for good and to drive it back to the mission of Grind City Cares. And that's where on your end, teaming up with nonprofits, and you look at American Cancer Society and having a pink shoe and being able to raise dollars and awareness. And so you're really in a creative way, leveraging all of your opportunities to be able to give back, but also to further the brand of Grind City Kicks.
Right. Correct. Grind City Cares was actually started because, I was talking to different people. Grind City Kicks was doing amazing things in the community and stuff like that. But Grind City Cares gives me opportunity to kind of expand and do more with not just using only the personal dollars that we get from Grind City Kicks. Because all the money that was, and we're still going to do that, but all the money that we're getting from Grind City Kicks, we just put it right back in the community. But, business-wise, it doesn't help you in the long run. You can only give so much. So then we said, okay, starting a nonprofit is going to help us, because now we can get grants and other resources to help, the same mission just through the nonprofit side. So now we can, reach out to more communities, not just the Memphis community, broaden ourselves in the country and then globally and stuff like that, and then have more resources. So now it's not the same dollars that we use from GCK.
Talk about what the community and the purpose-driven approach means for you as an entrepreneur, but also what it means for your business, because I think on your end, being purpose-driven, it gives you a due north, but it also, too, it gives you a lot more opportunities, because you can see the collaboration, like with the nonprofits. You can expand and do things a little different. So talk about how the purpose-driven approach really does help drive what you do.
Yeah, so for me, I always tell people that my God-given purpose is to help people. I learned that when I went to college and through psychology, looking back at my life and some challenges and tribulations that I faced, and knowing that if I can help people that, struggle with the same mental health and stuff that I went through, or even people relate to people that have never, experienced the same struggles they have, but understand that it's all about, your mindset, your environment, the people you're around, different things that can help you, get into a positive mindset and positive mood. So I'm psychology background based. I'm getting my master's right now in clinical mental health counseling, and then from there get the PhD in psychology. So my whole background, my whole lifestyle, my whole soul, and I embody helping people, whether it's through my career, my school, my passion, my business. It's all about helping people. So that ties into the community, because my little story about Grind City Kicks, my partner, he brought me in the beginning, saying because I had the interest in shoes to resell shoes and stuff. And I said, that's not really what I'm trying to do. And there's so many people doing that, not even just in Memphis, outside of Memphis. But then when I thought about it, I said, okay, why not use shoes to create a way or a gateway to impact the community? Because Memphis, a lot of people love shoes in Memphis. It's a lot of people I've connected with just through shoes. So that's how we got that involved. And then, of course, Grind City Cares, bringing it back to my purpose, just about helping people. It's only made sense for me to be a part of a nonprofit, and why not just start on my own and connect it with the two. So
Yeah. Well, like you said, you can leverage the resources on both sides.
right.
Share one either important lesson or a lesson for you as an entrepreneur, as a founder. What's a lesson that you've learned in this process?
You talk about this process in terms of
Just building your business, building a nonprofit, building your business.
one lesson. Well, I always say what makes it easy for me is because I'm doing it. I don't have to get paid to do this. I tell people all the time, GCK has lost a lot of money because I've been giving out so much. But for me, it's like I would be doing it even if I didn't have GCK. So it's easier for me to give back to community or to build Grind City Kicks up, a community-based brand, because it's what I do. Like, I didn't have to have that business. I didn't have to have Grind City Cares. It's just now I'm using a platform because Chima Onwuka can only do so much, but Grind City Kicks through a shoe platform could do a lot more. And then a nonprofit, Grind City Cares, can do way more in terms of the community. So it's just easy for me. Trust me, Jeremy, when I tell you, I probably, giving out more than I receive, but it's okay. I like those smiles that those kids give me. I love helping different individuals and different organizations, meeting with, of course, people like you. You know how we met. I mean, I didn't know you, but I reached out to you, I think, through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And you kind of gave me advice on different things and stuff like that. So it's been wonderful.
So switch over and talk about this shirt that
Okay.
is specifically focused on helping to raise funds to help those who are affected by COVID-19 and the coronavirus. So talk about the shirt.
So yeah, with these shirts, what's crazy what's ridiculous, we were coming out with a new line, a summer line for t-shirts and long sleeves. But during that process, the pandemic was going on, and we kind of didn't want to bring out something that was not related to the coronavirus. We felt that was kind of disrespectful. So what we did, we kind of stopped production with the new shirts, and we refocused. So we said, why not create a shirt that kind of brings awareness to the coronavirus and what people are going through and stuff like that. So these are the shirts we created, both dry fit and cotton, long sleeve and short sleeve, black and white options. And we didn't know what day we wanted to bring it out. Thankfully enough, God works in miraculous ways. So thankfully enough, we finished our production right before Giving Tuesday. So thankfully enough, Giving Tuesday was coming up. So we said, boom, that's the day we're going to bring it out. It just makes sense. Branding wise and marketing wise, just made sense. So we gave it out on Giving Tuesday, or we brought it out on Giving Tuesday. Did a lot of marketing, social media, and all that stuff. I mean, we had to do the commercial beforehand, all that stuff, get people to wear the shirts and all that. So when we brought out Giving Tuesday, we had so many requests after Giving Tuesday or during Giving Tuesday. Say, hey, can you extend the line? I'm not gonna get paid, such and such, different reasons. So we thought about, okay, well, if it's bringing awareness to COVID-19 is still going on today. After Giving Tuesday, it's still, going on today. So why not let's extend the deadline at least to August, right before school. Hopefully if school starts in August. And then from there, of course, we added on the 50%, every dollar that's made from the shirts, 50% off will be given to Grind City Cares, and Grind City Cares will give that money to organization or families that are heavily affected by the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's obviously where, just to be able to have a cool shirt, but also know that it stands for something and that it's making a difference and making an impact as well, especially locally, is powerful.
Of course. So yeah, like I was telling you, this is the shirt that I actually designed myself, like digitally, and had in my mind what I wanted to do. So I'm not gonna be biased, but I think this is probably my favorite shirt. I think this is probably my favorite shirt of all time. I know the breast cancer awareness shirt did a lot. The white t-shirts did well, but I think this is my favorite shirt. It's kind of a unique design. Some people, before, like, looking just, at first glance, some people thought it was kind of camo look. Oh, speaking of which, this is what I wanted to talk about. So the design, if you look closely, it's actually the coronavirus. It's different virus
Uh,
in Brian's.
uh,
Yeah, the whole thing is just the coronavirus. So that's how we got the design. It wasn't just a red, black, and gray. It's actually the coronavirus digitally designed inside Grind City Kicks, and it
very
has
cool.
other stay safe. So we didn't want to put stay home because we want to have optimism that we're going to get outside the house and go back to what's what we're used to doing, going to work, going outside, playing with our families and stuff. So we didn't want to put stay home. We want to put stay safe, and of course, that's how that came about.
So talk about how we can order them. How does that work on the purchase side?
Okay, so social media heavy with the followers that we have. You can go through our social media and click on the link. Actually, I need to put the link on my personal account too. Click in, well, I guess, yeah. Click on the link and you can order from the website. Long sleeves, dry fit, of course, white. No black option for dry fit, but you have long sleeve black, short sleeve black, and then you have the white and the two whites, long sleeve and short sleeve for the white option, cotton. And www.grindcitykicks.com is where you can order them. And again, 50% of the proceeds will go to Grind City Cares, and Grind City Cares will take care of, send that money to an organization or to families that have heavily been suffering from the coronavirus. So, but yeah, social media, Grind City Kicks, social media, Grind City Cares. My personal account, Chima Onwuka, or Chima_Onwuka, all social media from Twitter to Facebook. We have LinkedIn. I have a Snapchat. I do have a TikTok, but we don't market through there. Pretty much everywhere.
I'm about to say you'll find you everywhere.
Just
Yeah,
Google.
you about to say just Google you find them. Share on your end when you look at kind of a regular season, like you mentioned, you typically will come out with new lines. So when
Right.
you look at a full year of things to expect from you all from Grind City Kicks, what does that look
I
like?
think I've said this publicly, but a couple people that are close to me know this. We try to do apparel, especially just apparel, when it has something to do with something that's going on at that time. We don't, or we haven't yet. I don't know if we're going to branch off to that, just do different designs and stuff like that. But for the most part, most of our apparel is related to something. If it's the community of Memphis, if it's breast cancer, if it's coronavirus, it's related to something. That way, most people can support. Grind City Kicks is a brand, of course, it has its own little thing, but it's still back to the community. So if we're a community-based brand, we have to have something for the community. Our tagline, if a lot of people don't know, is called the People's Brand. So we had to do something for the community, for the greater Memphis, and of course the country and the world. So this right here, I think is going. I mean, just in the first day of Giving Tuesday, we've reached a sale that we haven't with any other shirt. Breast cancer awareness was our best shirt, and this one is already getting up to that number. So
Wow.
and of course it's for the support, of course it's for the awareness, and of course it's for bringing everybody together. And personally, I have connected with people I haven't heard from in months and years, since college, since high school. And I showed them the link and showed them the design, and they love it off the bat. I didn't have to really do too much, marketing and stuff. This is why we did this. No, it's just boom right there. Have the stay safe, and they say, yeah, I love it. Definitely will support. I mean, even before, I think it's 10/24 before we called. I think I had, let me just say, I had over 20 sales. Let me just.
That's awesome.
Not gonna give too many numbers.
Well,
But
and
yeah,
too, though, the
so
fact is,
it's
like you said, the
supporting it.
fact that everyone is not only you get to wear a cool shirt, but the higher purpose that it gives back and
Right.
supports the community. Yeah.
Exactly. And also be on the lookout. So, of course, T-shirts is a big way for people to support. So Grind City Cares will have its own T-shirt, long sleeve and short sleeve line, different colors, because everybody keeps talking about, why does Grind City Kicks mostly only do white, black, and gray, the neutral colors? Of course, So Grind City Cares is going to have a lot of colors. And we're through the Grind City Cares, we're going to have masks. So that should be coming next week.
Nice.
So, again, all the money for Grind City Cares, that's what's different between Kicks and Cares. All that money goes to the nonprofit, which goes right back out to the community. Like nothing for gain or anything like that.
Last thing before we talk about website again is just what advice would you give for other entrepreneurs, for people here in the Mid-South or around the world who, want to do kind of what you're doing in terms of making a difference and using their business? What advice would you give them?
So yes. So in terms of community and stuff, I don't advise, do the community part as much as you can. For me, it was, like I said, it's my purpose and my passion, so it's easy for me to do. But I don't want you to, do it because I'm doing it, or do it because you see it's working for me, because now you start getting lost, and then now you start, you're forcing it. So now your business is kind of going down. Now you're kind of getting stressed out. So do it as much as you can. Of course, there's a lot of businesses that give out to community, but they do it to the limit that they want to do it. I've done it, I guess I could say, I don't know the percentage, but if I had to put, I would say it's close to at least 85% of the stuff we do for Grind City Kicks and Grind City Cares goes all into the community. And it just makes it easy for me because I just love it. Advice that I would give entrepreneurs and people that have businesses and stuff: do something that you're passionate about. Do something that you can wake up every day and do without anybody forcing you to do it. Do something that you can do without, anybody telling you, oh, it's time to wake up at 9 o'clock and go to work. If you love what you're doing, you're going to continue to do it. When I tell you I wouldn't say failed, but I've learned a lot of lessons through business, through Grind City Kicks, where, okay, this didn't work, that didn't work, but I didn't quit. I continued to refocus and restructure the brand. Again, GCK has sport, like we're starting to sponsor and partner with people that do sports. I never thought we were going to do that. I mean, working with American Cancer Society, I know we always talk about working with organizations and businesses, but that was huge. CW30, Championship Wrestling, Dustin and Maria Starr, having John Moran and Jared Jackson sign the shoe. I mean, all of that, just wonderful. But it's because the core value and the core mission, because I was passionate in my purpose. It just, you don't see failure when you're doing something that you love to do. Let me just say that. Like, dollar-wise, I might saw failure, but in terms of doing something I love to do, regardless of how much money I spent, I saw smiles. I saw people being happy. I saw a positive impact. So just do something that you love, that you're passionate. I'm sure, Jeremy, you're passionate about cityCURRENT and all the stuff that you do. So it just makes it easier for you to wake up every day and have Zoom calls and stuff like this.
Absolutely. Well, and that's a great quote and great advice. So that's one of those that we might have to borrow and push out there as much as possible, is like, here's the quote from Chima. Like, definitely, you don't see failure when you love what you do.
Really don't.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Wrap up on your end and tell them one more time, just the website, where to go.
Okay, so the website is www.grindcitykicks.com. Make it easy. It's on the shirts. It's on everywhere. Of course, Grind City Cares is www.grindcitycares.com. Social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can go through there and see the posts, YouTube, and see the content that we pushed out. And from there, you can have a link and go straight to the website. 50% of the shirts are going to Grind City Cares. And then from Grind City Cares, they're going to use the money to hopefully give to organizations directly that is focused on the coronavirus, and takes maybe some of the money and go to families directly and individuals that have been suffering heavily from the coronavirus. So, yes.
Well, Chima, greatly appreciate all you do. Greatly appreciate you coming on the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me.